What's going on, folks? Today we're at the potting bench, and tomorrow night is the first night it's going to dip into the low 40s. So it is time to start thinking about, well, not thinking about it, but getting this stuff inside ASAP, all the tropicals. So first thing we need to do before bringing this inside, make sure there's not any insects on the plants. So what I'm going to do is work on the succulents first. Now, this is a tough type of plant to deal with because it's so thick in there. So I'm going to wait on that one. I'll have to be a little more meticulous with that. With that being said, we've got the this echeveria, which did have an aphid infestation at one point. Yeah, you can still see them here, the dead aphids. I have treated this with rubbing alcohol a couple of times. So in this bottle, I've just got some rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to give it another treatment here and wipe down the leaves before I bring it inside. Let's do that. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this one-handed. Don't be downwind from the rubbing alcohol. Pro tip. So, I'm just giving it a good soak here. This is going to help me take care of any of these guys. But as you can see, there's plenty of spots I'm not hitting. So, I need to get under there and get that done. So what I'm doing is just taking a Q-tip and a paper towel, saturating the succulent with rubbing alcohol, and then just rubbing any remnants of the infestation out of there. I don't think any of these are alive anymore, but you never really can be too careful. It has been cold, so I think the insects are really kind of going dormant for the winter, but I don't want to bring this thing inside and revive a colony of aphids in my house. So this is really meticulous and time-consuming work, but it's really worth it to avoid bringing these pests into your house. I have had a mealybug on the azalea here earlier this year, just one single mealybug. I haven't seen any since, so I think I took care of that in time. I'm looking at these cactuses, and here's another good reason why you definitely want to inspect all of your plants. As you can see, there's a stink bug hiding out in here. Now there's stink bugs all over. They don't seem to do too much harm to the plants. I haven't noticed them eating any plants. However, I don't want to bring them inside. So I don't need to bring all the plants in at once. For example, this pre-bonsai juniper, I'm actually going to try and overwinter that in the storage area over here. So you might recognize this pot of jade from a video I did last year. It's grown quite a bit since then. And you can see some of these smaller jade that were in the middle. We're getting a little bit larger. Those are from leaves that had dropped and just sort of sprouted new. I'm not seeing any infestations. Now, just because you don't see them doesn't mean it's not going on. Just got done checking a couple more of the succulents, aeonium and another echeveria here. Looking good, no bugs. Looks pretty clear of insects, but let's take a closer look. Oh, look at this sneaky little guy. I don't think so, buddy. You're evicted. So I'm just pulling some of the nastier looking leaves off this large succulent, and you can see like this one's got a nasty spot and there's a couple of holes. So this was a bit of a rescue project out of a basket of succulents that was basically left out in front of the grocery store on deep discount. So for the oxalis, I really don't water it. I'll water it a couple times maybe over the winter. But I'll cut it back before I take it inside, and I'll just let it kind of go dormant and give it that little winter dormancy period. So to clear out the oxalis, I just grab a handful of it and pull it up. Seems to be pretty effective. Always pops back. And it's nice that the soil's dry, because it kind of compacts a little bit when it's dry, or sort of binds together a little more when it's dry, I guess I should say. So it doesn't pull up those bulbs. Yeah, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up and take it inside. What's going on, folks? So we've got the rest of the plants off the porch. We've just got the azalea and a couple of chestnut trees out on the porch. They're gonna stay out there for a while, but we got the gardenia, bougainvillea, patchouli, hibiscus, the rosemary, bonsai, and some orchideas. Now, the problem is a lot of these are really bushy. So I think I'm going to start trimming with the bougainvillea here. Some of these are looking a little rough. Bougainvillea are trimmed, and we got some pretty nice cuttings here. Alright, time to move on to these beautiful gardenias grown from cuttings. So they're less than a year old and they're looking good. Already been pruned a few times. I'm going to take them back. There's a lot of growth coming out down at the bottom here, you can see. I don't want to take them off completely. I think they're going to feed into that and make it really thick down there, is my hope. So I am going to take them back, but I'm not going to take them completely off. So you can see we've got 2, 4, looks like 5 gardenias. These are new cuttings from this summer, actually. They don't need any pruning. The rest will. And it looks like there might be some nice cuttings here too. Gardenias are done. A lot of cuttings there. These actually look like they'll make decent little cuttings. I bet they'll root pretty easily. Last up, we've got the patchouli. It's just this potting mix that it's in is it's not good. It's very compacted, and it would do a lot better in a nicer medium. So I think I am going to repot it. Now, before I do that, I am going to take some cuttings off here just in case they don't make it. So I need to reduce the size of these things because they are a little big for keeping inside this winter. Patchouli plants are pruned. So here's all the cuttings we got. Hopefully we can get something to root out of here. That would be fantastic. We just need to clean up now and kind of straighten up in the plant room because it's still a mess in there. Well, there we have it, folks. We got some of our equipment here. A tray of succulents. Most of these are actually not going to stay in here. Some of these are going to be repotted. This is going to be the new microgreen spot. We'll have a little extra room down here on the end. And you can see that we've got these bottom shelves full. Here we've got a spot for our cuttings. Little propagation tub. So looking good in here. And then over to the right here, you can see we've got a bromeliad and everything, an orchid here. We've got our propagation going over here on the ledge. There's our oxalis, rosemary, and elephant bush here sitting on our totes. Got some moss propagation and some baby orchids down there. And you can see we've got a little extra space. Some of this stuff won't be staying in here. The majority will, though, and that'll get straightened out. You can see the succulent propagation tray up here is doing great. We've got some variegated jade back here coming on. It's now fall time. It's looking good out there. We're not reaching the fall colors yet, but soon enough. Thanks for watching today. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like, and we'll see you on the next video.